It's Week 13 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Browns and the Broncos under the lights on Monday night.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Lucky Week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out. And when he gets there, usually good things follow.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Escapes the pocket.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fielded at the 11. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Jukes one defender. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. From the 46. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Broncos and Courtland Sutton taking the field once again. And as we draw closer to that final week of the season, he's drawing closer to finishing the campaign as the NFL's leader in receptions. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. So out now comes the punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's 2nd and 2. This pass caught by Allen. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Buys time. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Trying again following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos start to fight back for their first points of this game. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Escapes out to the left. He takes it himself. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Browns pushing for points. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw it. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Pass play now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. He's trying another one deep. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get some late points and the lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. He throws a bullet deep to the... He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running it now out of the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. From the 32. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Nick's off to play action. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Bertolet able to knock it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. From the red zone now. Dumps it off to his running back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Nix. Throw left side, complete. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Nix. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Look at that time for Deontay Johnson. So 2nd down coming up. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Dak Prescott sharp in the victory as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Chased out to his right. Throw wheeled in by Njoku. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He'll get this to Tillman. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. He's going to throw this one. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Throwing now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Ford running to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The Broncos offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. That's completed right side. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos. He's throwing for it!
And first and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
The Browns are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Second down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Ford. Crosses midfield, still going. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for Cleveland, first down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Ford straight ahead. Juke the defender. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Ford. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Another one for Ford. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down, and they go right back to him. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. On is Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns push the lead up to 12. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They'll run here from the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
At the 36-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On first down, they'll run. And they'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Cutting And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Chubb trying to run his way in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Nix. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here comes Davis. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He rolls to his right. That'll be complete to Ford. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Looking to throw. He's on the move. Launching deep down the right sideline.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. Denver set to take the field on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. This is Ingram working the left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force the throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Complete to Mims. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as we'll see you next time from Denver.